I feel like I've got a lizard vibe. I wanted a lizard vibe. Really, I did. I love lizards. I feel really good, actually. I've had a lovely day talking about the film, and I really enjoyed making it. And one of my best friends in all the world wrote and directed it. Like, really? How cool is that? And I'm home. I haven't been home for months. I'm shooting in LA at the moment, so I got to come home during the pandemic. I got to come home to celebrate the movie and bring the film to England, to my family and friends in my country. It's a proud moment. It really is. It's wonderful. It was a funny one because I read the script 2 weeks before the movie started. So I was offered Lisa asked me to be in the movie really, really late in the day because she just couldn't figure out who she wanted for what. This character. And it's really she wanted me to do it, but she found it hard to kind of rationalize such a petite woman being fierce. But then she's like, but Thandiwe's the fiercest person I know. So, and what we realized in retrospect, that we'd internalized the idea of women from a male gaze, which is what we normally see in movies and drama about women in the military, right? And it just shows the importance of women's perspectives on women's characters in movies. Because of course, once I started really looking at women in the military, there were people like me, thousands of women in the military like me. The difference is that they swallow down and repress the bullshit that they have to go through in order to be women in that environment. So what they do, the sacrifice that they make as a result of that is extraordinary. So I actually went into the movie once I realized that with even more incentive and desire to honor women in the military, who we might assume are a different kind of breed of women, who are tough and indestructible. But that's not true. They're as destructible as you or I. And they still do it anyway. So my desire to play that role was even more passionate. And my pride in playing that role is even more radiant, So it was a really fascinating journey for me when I, realized that my own discrimination against myself playing the role came from internalizing the male gaze of what a woman can be.
Did you enjoy the fighting? Did you love it?
I'm not a huge fighter unless it's called for. Thankfully, in my life, it's not called for. I think the violence it should never be the first port of call for this movie. It just so happens that the most defining, coolest scene for my character is when I save Hugh Jackman's life. And the way I do it is pretty tenacious. I use a snooker cue, I use a snooker ball, there's a hypodermic needle that's being used, etc. It's whatever goes, man, in order to... But the point to it is not the violence, it's saving your friend's life.
You saved Hugh Jackman's life.
And I do it.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Nice to see you. Rock on, ITN.